stepped a little bit too far out of the box in the beginning of the season, and that wasn't really their situation in Singapore. In Singapore, they knew what made them look good.
Yeah,
Yopaj Wind Ranger.
Yes and no, because in the Singapore Major they were forced to experiment because of all the standing situations, right? And they played something different than in the league. In the league, they had a pretty different approach to the game. Season 1, that was linked to the Singapore Major. Then they tried to recreate
Here we go.
creativity, and okay, it still can be Sand King offlane, right? It doesn't have to be mid, even though they love it.
Yeah.
But Sand King plus AA is a sick combination.
It is. I know. I checked the hero pairings for T1, and most of the time when Snapfire is picked, it's
I'm dead.
Doom or Faceless Void. I wouldn't mind seeing Doom against mid Sand King. Like Sand King pushes the wave, you're still gonna be able to, like, you have relatively high armor, you're gonna be farming underneath tower. As a Doom, you don't care too much about it, and it's a flex pick for them. They played actually 4 out of their last 5 games with Doom. A lot of success with the hero.
This, okay, so it wasn't banned out. One of the bugs was it's the assassin. Brood goes through, they first phase it. Maybe fell out a little bit out of favor, but mostly because of the ban. Not great versus Sen. Have better matchups because if he impales you later on in the game, one-shot all of the Spiderling. It's one of the loudest things in Dota as well. They just
After they
What about
patch
Dawnbreaker ulti?
Dawnbreaker ulti's loud. Apparently, Stone Gaze was bugged, and it used to give the Stone Gaze sound on every unit. So every Spiderling would be like...
I'll tell you what's also extremely loud. The bird drop from Visage on all the Spiderlings.
Oh, yeah.
Usually the bird drop is like a hammer hitting the ground, right? But when it hits on all these units, it amplifies. It's a nuclear explosion.
You know what's loud also? Me, when I play with the teammates who are not playing the game properly.
Yeah, I've been on that team. I've been in those voice comms like us.
So yeah, Broodmother into the Sand King. Sand King is a good counter to Broodmother once Broodmother gets level 6. Until then, Sand King doesn't really do much. You trade well, especially if it's lane matchup.
But it doesn't have to be a lane versus lane
It doesn't
matchup.
have to be the
not
lane.
necessarily.
And yeah, Brood should be fine there because you do have Hunger now on your first spell,
You have
right?
70% lifesteal. Yeah, you heard
70%
that.
lifesteal plus a little bit of 40% mischance in Sand King, so
Yeah,
you
also
can't last it.
a bit more region.
Bit more region. The hero is dumb in the lane. That's literally what it is. It's so dumb in the lane. You can't win against it if the Broodmother is capable, at least. Set for most Broods that I played with, but
I think people just need to change their approach, because OG, when they had to go up against Broodmother last night, they picked Sven AA.
OG lost.
OG lost. And I think once upon a time, like, Sven AA was a good lane matchup against Broodmother, but she's not about the spiders anymore.
And AA sounds like the worst hero to Brood.
Yeah, especially, well, they had, like, first faced it, but then they picked Sven after. I think you need to pick heroes like Bane, who, like, have harass and they can reduce healing in lane, like with Enfeeble or something.
Okay, I get you, I feel you, but then again, the problem is once 6,
yeah,
those kind of supports are just done.
Yeah, exactly. I love Necro. I don't know if they can fit it in, but to go back to the opener, Ancient Apparition plus a Sand King, every single time I see these two heroes, it just gets me back the newbie era. Kaka pretty much opening every single time with these two heroes.
Look at that PA, like I actually couldn't see her, not because I'm making some blurred memes, it's the light was on top of her, I actually didn't. It's a very early PA pick. It allows T1 to actually not sure why you go for a PA, so not buffed up by anything. You don't have Star Dart combinations, Magnus combinations. You can't possibly
I think it's their answer to Broodmother, because this is Omega had picked Broodmother against Neon, and Natsumi had played PA in that lineup, but they did pair it up with a Magnus and a Slardar.
And that combination of heroes makes PA pro.
For sure.
Thanks, guys.
PA doesn't
Thanks
need
a lot.
But what about some good old Lion? Don't mind me some Lion, Snapfire Lion combo. They showed how good they are. They decided to go with Warlock. Interesting. Not enough stuns.
Frontliners,
what is
right?
this? Is this for Mirana? This is the classic OB.Neon. Like, they just love their Mirana, whether it's on the off lane, whether it's a position 4. kind of a classic draft. Of course, they pair it up with the Sanking one more time, so these two heroes will be playing together.
Would be, right? Like, they played even offlane Mirana
Yeah,
at some point.
They also picked Mirana in their Omega game versus the Broodmother.
What about some Puck? Like, I don't know where this Broodmother is going, but I believe Puck is available against Mirana, against Ancient Apparitions. These are just
sounds good. Yeah.
just food for Puck. Like, they don't have they have Sanking stun, but you need a Blink Dagger to be able to get that on the Puck.
I love the fall. They go with the PL instead.
It's a lot of problems thrown at OB.Neon. Their draft right now, these 4 heroes, necessarily strike me as very strong.
There's a lot of damage versus PL though. Like, they with the Sentient, they do have that AoE that's necessary versus him. But we've seen PLs take over afterwards with build. Okay, I can see the PL working there. I think that OB.Neon does have some answers.
It's a 23 Savage Classic though, although I will say okay.
No, you have to say it now. It doesn't matter how bad it's gonna be.
I thought that they were like, okay, well now you have to pick Magnus, but Magnus is second phase bound. And so like, how the hell are you gonna enable?
I respect that. You know, if I have a thought in my head, it's getting out. No matter how bad is it gonna sound. So they ban out Ember Spirit. Decent hero against Phantom Lancer, and they don't have enough lockdown right now. They're very vulnerable to. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Storm. I don't know if this is a mid Sanking or offlane Sanking, but
it has to be mid because somebody has to help PA right-click this game, right? She can't do it herself. And usually these enablers, these Solar Crest Spires are going to come from the offlane. I guess Mirana could work her way to it.
Yeah, you can try the Solar on her.
It's a good Storm Puck game for Neon as well. They have literally 0 lockdown for these heroes.
They first ban out the Ember, and then they're like, okay, it's sent in mid, let's ban out some offlane, let's play against PL.
Yeah, with Brood, Spiders, PL Illusions.
Yep. OB.Neon now probably just gonna ban out some Puck, right? Carl?
Yeah, that's Carl's second most played hero this season. He also played some Doom in the mid lane for T1, which I think could be pretty annoying for PA.
It is. I like stuns when you have Doom. Anything that can catch. I think Storm Spirit Puck for both of these teams, like any of the heroes, just really good because they're very limited on stuns. T1's lineup does not have silence built in.
You just pick Puck here with T1 and you play it out, see who's better overall.
I'm gonna keep throwing out crazy ideas. How about Razor for Carl? PA.
PA has a jump, especially with level 15. You just get away from the static link, very easy to break. But I like Razor in general. I feel this hero is like playmaker, one of the heroes that farms quite a lot. We were talking about it the other day, like, where's this farm coming from?
Puck!
Yeah,
they go with the Puck. Now, OB.Neon, I really think this is the pick. One goes with the Storm, and you play it out. Puck
maybe Dragonite would have a bad idea here against, you have a built-in cleave against the Phantom Lancer, against the Spiders, you have a stun against the Puck.
I don't mind that. Yeah. Sounds pretty good as well. Doubt.
But also these two supports, both Warlock and Snapfire, vulnerable to getting jump. So if they want to toss a Storm into Puck, we've seen how bad it can get.
It can get bad
sure,
for both
but we've
of them,
seen
right?
also like Storm's pretty doing well. So like for me, it's Dragonite
is much
Storm.
Is
Dragonite is a much
option,
safer pick, I would say.
And if Sand King's mid, you're just gonna immediately go T1?
I'm gonna go T1 no matter what.
Oh, okay. Give me a potential offlaner then, because T1's not sure. They banned out a mid, Ember. They banned out an offlane, Legion Commander.
If they want to get an offlane, is Tidehunter still available? Yeah,
Tide is still available?
Yeah, because they can't lock him down. They have Mana Burn, which is something that he has to play once PL gets that. But other than that, like one guy that can threaten the Broodmother. They don't have enough damage early on. Damage is pretty static.
Centaur.
It's actually a Centaur.
Into a Puck as well.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's good versus PL, but to a Puck, it's a problem. I think the Centaur answers the Brood. That's the main reason why you picked it. You get another hero that can actually stand in the lane against her, no matter what she fights. Sand King, if she buys an Orchid, can be a little bit problematic, but
I think it answers the PL as well. I think Crimson Guard could be super value,
yeah,
actually.
for sure. It's kind of a similar situation. You
Could
answer
be.
the PL.
I think the biggest problem is that they don't want to play normal Dota at all, ever. You don't need to put a Sand King middle. Sand King around is a perfect lane against PL. They want to always make things weird since the major, which they didn't in Season 1, so I think that's the biggest problem. I'm going to go T1.
Yeah, I'd still at 890. You know. Yeah, there was this guy in Twitch chat. He said Ancient Apparition got picked up, so obviously B-Cop's gonna go with Neon. He's right. I'm gonna go with Neon. Like, that's simple. It's pretty. You can read me like a book. I'll wear some sunglasses. I'll make sure you guys can't see my face.
Well, what happens
I
to ice when it's too hot? Melts.
Melts. I have big tells when it comes to poker. Don't ask me any questions if I'm lying. I'll laugh. I can't keep a straight face. Although last time I played poker, it was easier. I was playing with my grandma at a casino, and she was killing it. All my money just went to her, so it felt like a lot easier to just lose all my money because I didn't, you know, had no stone face.
I mean, that's not a competitor's mindset, but whatever.
She was swindling people.
Dude, I think you strike me as the kind of guy that when things get really intense, you're just gonna be sweating buckets. And
No,
that's
I
like
don't
your
sweat that
tell.
much. I feel like I don't sweat that much.
Sure.
You
What do
know.
you say now?
At the gym, I wasn't sweating.
That
much.
just means you didn't go hard enough.
That- no,
you're just
you
calling
know.
yourself out right now.
No,
Like,
no,
you
that's.
gotta,
Gosh, did I?
you gotta.
I guess I did. didn't
Calm
I?
down
No,
there,
I don't. I
buddy.
don't normally. You know, I'm not. I don't perspire.
You're a sweater.
Yeah, I'm not a sweater.
Yeah.
More of a t-shirt guy.
You're more of a t-shirt guy.
Yeah. Well,
Me, I'm more of a t-shirt guy too, but I'm definitely a sweater.
Right.
What does that make me? A sweating t-shirt.
sweaty t-shirt guy.
That is pretty gross. Ugh. How do we get into that conversation? As soon as we talk about sweaty t-shirts, they also take the camera off us, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Because
they figured out I was lying about how hard I go at the gym, so they couldn't continue to show
they couldn't.
the fake progress that is being made.
But yeah, you went for Neon just because of A or any?
I got some faith in Yopash. Although I feel like every time I've said, since I got told not to doubt, I've been putting my faith in Neon. And they lost their last series against Execration. They lost the series before that to Fnatic. And I've been burned a couple times. Actually, they lost to Fnatic, beat Logun, beat Omega. Sorry, I read that wrong. But it was the Fnatic series where I got burned.
I think I would have gone actually with Neon here if they just stick to a normal cookie-cutter draft, which they did in Season 1 all along. Ever since they played this major, they're just complicating things unnecessarily. Like, I don't know why they do that.
Yeah,
But only since the major.
they try to play a little more cute than other teams.
Yeah, but they didn't in Season 1. They didn't would just pick this Wraith King, 4 people make space for a Wraith King, and play the game out normally. But now they always do this mid Sand King. Before they would just pick the puck. Like, why can't you just go standard? Normal.
I have no idea.
Because, sure, it can work. Like this draft, A, Sand King, they can kill a PL, no problem. Puck can get caught by a stun arrow combination. He can die. It's just so hard to execute. Like, don't make it so hard for yourself. That's why you're 3-3 right now, and not potentially 5-1 or something.
Yeah, on the verge of potentially relegation tiebreakers or major tiebreakers. It's a very interesting spot to be sitting at, honestly.
I mean, I refuse to believe that that's the strength they're at, you know. I really just think it's their drafts. So once their draft stabilize, I think they're gonna be way better again. But of course, mid-sanking, you're playing against the puck, you don't really care, you're just gonna do the same thing, push out the lane, farm, you fast blink, potentially get some ganks going. But we have seen it backfire many, many times.
Wasn't Neon the ones who made the mid-sanking work, though?
They did.
They were one of the only ones in the region that really made it work.
Yeah, but it still goes for these items that I don't necessarily like.
Right.
Which a puck can punish that hard. Because you can't burrow strike. Sandstorm shouldn't really help you once they have dust and sentries. I really like this puck response.
You were thinking maybe puck even for Neon when we were watching those last picks come in, right?
Yeah, I think puck is super good for both teams. And I also thought that it would just pick Dragon Knight last, which owns PL in mid-late game. Super good against puck. It's super good against Broodmother. Would have just made perfect sense to me, but they complicated again.
Yeah, it just, everything just gets that little bit more complicated.
Yep. And we all know in life is much more fun without complications.
Very true.
As we have gotten to know in the last 2 months.
Oh no. Play hard is just fainting the arrows here, and then finally hits Whitemon. Alright. Well, they didn't do anything with that. Fatal Bond's kind of deterring them a little bit. One of the better spells from a support in the game. Not one of the best, but Yopaj getting the kill on a Carl. And this is where my faith lies, in Yopaj.
All right. We have seen Carl in the past. He goes like 0-4 at minute 5. And then he ends the game 14-4. Or maybe he's still half asleep. But definitely not something you would expect.
No.
Second killing.
Maybe Carl's standing a little bit too close to the wave and just getting destroyed by level 1 cost.
Yep. Must have been.
And there it is. That's what he's doing. Anytime Carl steps up on the range creep, he burrow strikes the range creep, pops it with Caustic, and burrow strikes Carl next to the range creep, pops the range creep with Caustic, and it's a lot of damage real early.
Yeah, it's like 300 burst damage. Tried to de-ward, but did not find the ward.
Arrow.
Ooh, that was
Missing 23. My favorite hero to cast, by the way, Marana, because it is either fake hype or full hype.
Yeah, that's true.
It always starts with just going arrow, and then you don't know. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, well, fake hype.
Second go middle again on the puck. It's glyphing so the creeps don't explode.
When Sandstorm level 4.
Yeah, that's a normal build. Like you only want level 1 Caustic, that's the most value point. Anything beyond that is reserved for like level 13, 15.
So you're just always taking that level.
Yeah. Broodmother doing very well for herself.
Natsumi not struggling at all, but I wonder how much this Silken Bull is going to become a problem for him as time goes on.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need a BKB or Manta Style or something to dispel the Silken Bull, especially with that shard, as we know, becomes 80%.
I'm trying to think, is it worth this game being a shard game for Cuckoo on this Broodmother? 80% miss chance.
I mean, apparently it also reduces the web cooldown by 15, which is not in the tooltips, but there was a Reddit thread about it.
Wow.
Didn't test it myself, but...
So it's 25 seconds on the webs then, right?
And the recharge time, yeah.
Wow. That's really good, especially if you get the axe as well.
Yeah.
Then you're just throwing webs everywhere.
Just want to say I haven't confirmed it myself, just something I read. So I wouldn't be surprised though, because there's lots of this random stuff happening over.
Burrow strike, arrow coming through, and
he's still alive.
Carl, he'll survive for now. Waning Rift, illusory orb away. Actually, Yopaj
He's taking a lot of damage to both
taking
heroes.
a lot of damage, and Tower won't do it. It survives.
But it also gave away the ward from Diad. And why not a stun?
Burrow strike again, and this time,
Oh my god!
Carl's
Carl, you
just
gotta-
getting out on the skin of his teeth.
You gotta relax, bro.
Yeah.
Carl is a madman.
Stepping up on that is such a risk. Play hard here too is kind of a risk, but it is what it is. Zephyr going down, John Well getting the kill on that one. Cuckoo trying to fight Natsumi. Not working out well for T1 at the moment.
Yep, right now they're actually winning three lanes, which is a big problem for T1. It's not what I expected at all. I thought middle would just be a farm fest for both,
Right.
and then Rootman is actually in trouble down here.
He's gonna go over? No. If the cold feet goes over.
Potentially, but he will still walk through the trees. Now I'm surprised that PA is free farming so much against this Brood semi-final lane.
Yeah, 29-4.
But it's also something we've seen from T1 where sometimes they're just not on it at all.
I feel like that's where we see like the reasoning for why both these teams are kind of middle of the pack. It's their inconsistencies this season.
Yeah. Like if you asked me to predict one of those teams, I have like a gun to my head, I would be like, oh my god,
It's a coin flip.
please.
Can I pick another match?
Yeah, like China please, VG, SAG.
TNC Logan?
I'll take it. Oh no. No, SEA is the worst region to predict any sort of winners, I feel. I just have no read on any of these teams. I always think, yeah, they played really well last week. And then this week they're like, okay.
It happened with Logan.
They did. TNC. I don't know.
And then reading Logan on their last match was completely different.
So what makes me wonder if it was TNC or Lilligan then, or both?
Honestly, kind of crazy.
It is. Like, I've not seen such a level of inconsistency anywhere, like ever. Insane.
Natsumi jumping back, but still
Cookie.
hit by the Fire Snap Cookie. Scatterblast is there. It looks like Natsumi. He's in trouble, but the Cold Feet saving his life.
Yep. But it's getting close to the Broodmother level 6 timing where AA, PA cannot hatch any spiderlings. Like, it's the worst lane against Broodmother once she's 6. So probably he'll have to lane swap with the Centaur. Maybe relegate PA to the jungle, potentially to the top lane.
Yeah.
But I want to see some rotations from the puck as well. Like, he's the only guy that can really make moves. Warlock needs level 6. Snapfire kind of needs level 6. And obviously PS is going to farm, and same with Brood. So them losing this early game, or not losing, but not winning it, is a little bit concerning.
The Centaur, how would he do down here against the Brood? Not terribly, right?
Yeah, the thing is, Brood can pretty much just ignore the Centaur because the Spiderlings only die if you hit him. You can still just hit the tower and ignore him.
Right.
There's not the best answer. The better answer would be the Sanking down there. With one Bow Strike, it's one right click. They all explode.
Get a lot of gold.
Yep. At least they always think that, and then it shows like 20 plus 3s. Well, that was one CS.
All those Spiderlings equivalent for 1.
He's gonna have Blink Dagger very soon on Sanking, 100 gold away from that. Which is gonna be a very big timing for him. He has one level in Epicenter as well, so he's probably just gonna go base, pick up his Blink, maybe smoke out with his teammates.
Yeah, Yopaj with an early move could really be a difference maker for the early part of this game.
For sure. Like, if he gets a good Epicenter on the Brood or a PL, it's gonna be very impactful.
Dream Coil used, coming down bot for Natsumi. Leashed out, Fire Snap Cookie in the little shredder with the damage of the Illusory Orb is enough to get the kill.
Yep, and that's why we love our puck. You get coiled, you can't do anything for 6 seconds. Very balanced. Love that concept. Broodman is level 6 now, and they're gonna have to put someone down here soon. It lines up very well the Sanking timing, but it TP's by middle. Maybe setting up an Epicenter onto the puck here. Handling it, and
They're gonna go Burrow Strike Epicenter.
No arrow.
And Fire Snap Cookie, they tried to just jump in with Play Hard.
where was the arrow?
Must have missed it.
Because like you shoot it right away, and the creep wave is gonna die to the Epicenter, and then it connects, but he didn't trust that the creep wave would die.
Yeah, so he just went in and shot it from point blank, right?
Yeah.
And then that's not long enough stun to get that kill. Carl DCs, they get the kill on a white mono over top.
Yep, Warlock died. Tower's also taken. He got a lot of good experience up there though. He's almost level 5 on the Warlock now. You're gonna have to make a decision. Are you gonna try to give a fast 6 to Snap or Warlock with a Tome? Both the ults are very important.
Yeah, the chaotic offering could be a big turn.
Yeah, but it was a botched Blink reveal, unfortunately. It looked really good.
They just have to be a little bit more trusting of the arrow.
Yeah. Because that's the setup. And it's the only real follow-up stun you have until Centaur gets his Blink, which I don't even know if he's going for that. No boots, Vanguard Hood so far on Centaur. So he's not planning to fight at all, unless the fight comes to him.
Wow.
But even though he beat bottom, as I said, he just ignored the Centaur, right-clicked the tower, and tower's gone. I feel like Centaur is like the worst, actually, against Brute.
You think so?
From all the, like, quote-unquote Brute counters. Like, Axe is really good against Brute.
Yeah, definitely could have
Sand King.
been a different.
Look at the tower damage
Three.
with Brood. 10 seconds, half HP gone. I actually thought the tower was gone, but like while the game was paused, the tower didn't appear for me, and then it came back.
Okay. Mother caught, arrow lands. Do they have the damage this time? Still no.
And
Short range arrow again.
Yeah. Don't know what's up there. They use Stampede as well, and they lose the A at the same time. But the Centaur is pretty much unkillable at this point with Hood Vanguard. He's just hitting the tower. I don't think there's anyone that can really stop him. There should be an easy tower for Centaur down there. He's still not itemizing with the boots. Who needs boots?
Boots are movement speed, unimportant. Unimportant.
I wonder if they can kill him with 5 heroes. They probably need Snapfire ult and Coil minimum to be able to kill him. Phantom Lance is going for a fast Diffu. It's only 1,000 gold away from it. PA is going into the Battle Fury, of course. Against Brute PL, you need that.
Right. I was gonna say, is that Battle Fury, since we've seen a lot of carries go off of it, more situational now towards the fact that you're up against PL and Brute?
For sure. Like we see the just Rush Desolator be much more popular nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense with the state of the game where you want the carry to be able to fight a little bit earlier. Like PL, he's also itemizing in the most quote-unquote fighty way possible. The Diffusal first, of course, helps him farm a lot too. It's a very good hybrid item. But he's also very squishy still. One Epicenter, he's gone.
We'll see if they can set up with that epicenter as well as the arrow, because so far that's been a little bit of a struggle here for Neon.
Yep.
Despite the fact that they have a 1k net worth lead. Like it still feels like T1's game for sure.
I actually quite like the position Neon is in so far. Like I think they got out of this early game much better than I thought they would be. They're smoked up right now.
But it feels like they're missing their opportunities, right? Mortimer's Kisses, they've got the Drew Coil, and there's the Ice Blast. Arrow's not going to land. They get the kill on Natsumi. They look over, Zephyr trying to get away, Starstorm on him. You should have the right click damage to take out this Snapfire, and they do.
Man, that arrow would have hit the puck if it was just 100 range longer. Would have been so close, would have been a puck kill, but it's Dota, a game of inches, centimeters.
Especially on those skill shots.
Yep. Well, he wasn't even aiming for him originally. It just kind of
happened that way.
Yeah.
Blink and thinking about getting that Burrow Strike out onto the Phantom Lancer, but they don't find him.
Centaur finally has boots. Happy about that. He's itemizing straight into a Crimson Guard. Of course, very good against PL, as the panel said. You block all the illusion damage. And another tower is just going to be taken by him. He's pretty unstoppable at this point. Epicenter. Okay.
Now you have the option of a stop it. Just mess around. Slap that tail to the ground.
I hate that. Because like for like 13 years, you could not do that. Now suddenly edit it and like everything.
Now it's different.
It is. It's such a good change too. Like everybody hated that. Oh, I missed like.
Or like you go early on the blink.
Yeah. Although if you do that, you kind of deserve to get punished. Okay, so now they have Warlock Rock, Coil, and Snap Kisses in 10.
That could be a big team fight for T1.
Yeah, but they have to be also careful. Like the team fight of Neon is no joke. This epicenter can cause a lot of damage, especially with A. Snapfire. He didn't silence the epicenter. Okay.
And so they're gonna get the kill here on his Zephyr. The look over at Carl. Dream Coil on a Bull. Willing to snap it. And Bro Strike just comes up a little bit short. Potentially getting that kill if that lands.
That was very close, and I'm really confused that the Punk just left Sanking ult right next to him on a Snapfire. Could have potentially turned the fight around with Coil Snapfire ult. Yeah, it didn't happen. Groupman is still pushing up bottom.
Not really getting touched at this point. I think they've kind of left Brood to get away with whatever at the moment.
The thing is, he's not really doing much at all. Like, he's controlling like 3 camps. He's not pressuring the T2 tower. I don't really think Neon cares about him at all right now. PA is farming away. 500 away from Battle Fury. He's very, very farm.
Where's Natsumi at? He still doesn't even have the Battle Fury.
Yeah, he's in 300 foot. I feel like the Centaur could be one of the hardest carries this game. If he gets an early shard with the items he went for, he's gonna be 9 killable. You get the 75% bonus strength, of course, with all the stacks.
Right.
Double Edge is gonna deal a ton of damage. I'm actually hoping this game that he goes for the level 15 Double Edge talent.
Would you want Shard?
Usually after Blink.
Okay, so Blink next, Shard.
Yeah. And at the pace he's farming, should be alright also. We got like minute 22 or so.
Okay.
He almost has Crimson Guard Pipe, like both aura items. And once that's online, TA is gonna be struggling. Root is actually tipping out from bottom. Interesting playstyle. Like Root usually never TPs out because he can just literally walk around the trees forever.
And feel safe.
Yeah. Obviously they're looking for him with a smoke, but they don't have the best heroes to just go through the trees, you know? They have like one blink opportunity, that's it. Could have made a lot of space there for a team.
Although they do come over mid, they've got a double damage to take. I wonder what their plan of action is.
They can't really take Roach, is the problem. And EL finishes Hood, so he's gonna be quite a bit more survivable against the Sand King AA combination.
Got Hood on Snap and PL.
True, Snapfire also has a Hood. We have yet to see a Golem. He's had his ult for like 6 minutes.
I think would have had a better timing with it if he had dropped it the second he got it.
Yeah, it just always feels bad to hold your ultimates for as long as he has.
Yeah.
Well, Centaur's ultimate into Radiance.
What?
At least that's what's queued up.
Okay.
We don't know.
If he's unkillable.
By the point, like by the time he gets the Radiance though, I do think they'll have the damage to kill him. Because right now he's really strong, but of course as more items come out, these 2 aura items are gonna turn more and more bad.
Can't kill what you can't see.
That's true.
Or hit in this case.
Basically you can't see because Radiance blinds you.
Yeah.
Radiance blinds you.
Just trying to do a little voice line integration there, but
Dude, imagine how sucky that would be. Like you're just walking around the street, you get the golden glitter in your face the entire time.
what, from Radiance?
Yeah.
It's like when someone has a phone and they're like reflecting the sun into your eyes.
Yeah, something like that. Or like a sandstorm, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I can't.
I've never been in a sandstorm.
Me neither. But
So you know how it feels to just...
I have good imagination.
Okay. Fair. I think that's fair.
That's also, of course, why level 25 Sankin gets the blind and slow talent, because you're in a sandstorm. Like, oh my god, where's all the sand? And then Radiance 2, oh, light and sand. I can't move.
Light and sand, I can't handle this.
Get me out of here. And then they buy an MKB and suddenly you don't care. What? The Monkey King button. I can now see. I'm actually wondering if he really goes for this. Because I feel that General is dead. That's what I feel.
Okay.
He died to
You can feel
Spiderlings.
that.
At least PA killed all the Spiderlings. Like 50 of them.
Quill.
Onto Sand King.
With the kisses,
Wait,
but...
no sentry ward.
Okay. That's Coil and Kiss is down.
Where's the sentry ward if you plan this move? Like, he's gonna sandstorm, guys. It's his ability.
There's no sense that they just didn't have the
Mirana?
sentry ready to go, and now Mirana caught Chaotic Offering. They kind of just walk into this.
He has Stampede, but he's super tanky. He doesn't even care.
A little bit too willing, I would say, to allow that to happen.
Yeah, they should now at least notice the ward is there. So it should be a D ward, but yeah, very half-hearted initiation here by T1. Tanking would have been a good kill.
And then from Neon, too, just to kind of wander there and have the Mirana die. Like, you knew that they were there, right? And they just kind of walked down the steps and Mirana was dead.
Makes you wonder now, like, who is this benefiting this just farm game? Because I feel this PA is getting away with a lot of farm.
About to have a BKB, and we were just at, what, 14 minutes saying, can't believe the Battle Fury's not finished yet, gets finished around 15?
Yeah, he is way too farmed for the state of this game. Thought he would be struggling a lot more. And they don't have the best heroes against PA at all with BKB. The Bola won't do anything, Koi won't do anything. PL Diffuser won't do anything, like they're gonna kite her. But how do you kite her? Snapfire will die and Warlock will die pretty easily too to her.
I'd like to see maybe a little bit more aggression from Yopaj.
He's pretty happy farming away. And I think they understand that PA is the strong timing with that BKB. And once the BKB is online, they can take pretty much any fight they want. Feel quite comfortable in doing so. He's actually still committing to that Radiance. Alright.
Sure.
I mean, he's farmed as hell.
Top of the net worth by a good margin.
Yeah, since the beginning of the game, pretty much. It's just the only reason I don't like Radiance. You know they're gonna build some sort of True Strike because they already have PA. So it makes Radiance worse.
A weaker purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know, PL already at some point is gonna be planning to build that. And if you get a good timing with it, why not? Just not the biggest fan. I feel it could be much more utility.
Stampede and
For the
Shadow
wall.
Amulet. White Mon getting caught. Arrow there with the Burrow Strike.
This game is really slow for an SEA game.
Yeah.
11 kills, 20 minutes. Usually we have like 40 by now.
Surprisingly slow. Not much going on except farming, which uncharacteristic of what we've seen throughout the season.
Mm-hmm. And again, I do think it benefits Neon for now. Like, to be able to threaten this PA, they need either Axe on Puck or MKB on PL. Oh, nice doppelganger dodge on the Sanking stun. Could have potentially been his death. Did he have a ward there, or did he just... Yeah, he had a ward.
But they're farming the jungle, even though Brood wants to be here.
Still a good dodge, but he's not a god. Yeah,
Could get there.
could get. In time.
Yopaj going Yules. Okay. Do you think he should go with like Yules Ags?
I feel he just goes BKB instead of all these wonky items, and then he has the same timing as a PA, then you
Yeah.
can just force a Roche. Now there's a danger that he can potentially die.
Just get killed off right when he comes in, like
Yeah.
we've seen a lot of Sand Kings have.
But his build allows him to be more annoying in team fights, gives him more utility, better setup. But so far, from the Brood, we haven't really seen much of anything.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Cuckoo really do the thing that old 11 does.
The stack up thing.
Stack the spiders, make them think, oh, just one spider, and then
I just watched Liquid yesterday play Brood, and it's so different. Like, the understanding Team Liquid, and especially Koikwa have of that hero, is on a different level. You can just tell that Cuckoo is not playing that hero a whole lot.
right.
Bottom tower is full health. He didn't touch it a single time. And now it's time to fight a Roche. Not an easy fight at all. And Centaur still has 4k net worth that he didn't spend. Because he's waiting for his relic.
Burrow Strike, Stampede, Arrow comes in, Ice Blast on the way, and it's not even needed. They use that epicenter to get the Dream Coil down on
But
the
the big
3.
one.
Kisses, BKB popped by Natsumi, Yules into the air by Yopaj, so these kisses aren't really going to do a lot. Stifling Dagger thrown over onto 23. They look over at Play Hard as they use those triple leaps to try and leave with the Moonlight Shadow to escape. Another Stifling Dagger thrown away of Cuckoo. No return here for T1. Brood bought back, so that's going to slow down the Ags.
Oh, he's actually going Axe. Okay.
It feels like a buyback from the Brood can. You're usually expecting higher on the net worth, a little bit more impact. You buy back, that's going to go down massively.
I mean, what I'm expecting from a Brood is that if an enemy team threatens Roshan with not the quickest Rosh lineup, that the bottom tier 2 tower is gone and he starts threatening base. He's just sitting middle, making it really easy for this Neon team to commit to Rosh.
Bought the Sacred Relic.
Yeah, he's committing for Radiance. And like, Cuckoo actually needs to get back down there, start applying pressure. But he just sit in the middle. He's like, alright, I'm here. I want to see his building damage. I think it's one of the lowest I've seen from a Brood in a long time. Probably like 1,500 or so.
All the Brood took so far is the bottom tier 1, right?
Yeah.
CTM is,
He's filthy rich.
yeah, and he's been pretty innovative with some heroes.
Yep.
I like seeing things that are a little bit different in terms of builds.
I mean, it feels like this entire game will come down to
One
Savage
fight.
as well as Carl.
Yeah. Ice Blast Carl spotted and drops down the Dream Coil. Ooh, arrow just not in time.
There was a lot of space. And why am I saying that? Because Brood is itemizing in a way where I can't help but think she will be a support. Like, what is this Aghanim Scepter for? It's usually only when you have some items to threaten hero kills. Or when you get it really fast as a mid-Brood to threaten map dominance. But if you're in a position like this where you can't really do anything as Brood, you want to have fighting items, which Aghanim do not. I'm a little bit scared for T1 here in terms of just being stuck with like 3 support here.
Yeah. Kisses, but Dream Coil on cooldown, and that's because of what happened over in the top lane.
Roshan is getting pretty low though, 2,000 health. Healing up the PA. But the Fatal Bonds cancel it immediately. And they're smoking up. They want to get a pick off potentially on the Brood, no buyback.
Real Strike in onto the Snapfire, arrow following it up. It's while the Aeon Disc is on Zephyr, but the damage coming in from the Stifling Dagger as well as the kill there for CTM will secure an advantage for Neon, 5v4.
And now back to Roche. I don't really think there's anything they can do about this.
Have coil, but
They just have no damage.
Real Strike missing. Got the Yules, Epicenter, and the Ice Blast coming in onto Whitemon. Didn't kill him. Goes into the Glimmer Cape. They should be able to follow up. They've got the arrow and a right click from Natsumi. All that you need from a PA.
Yeah, it's an Aegis on the PA now. I mean, when an enemy forces Roshan like that, the only play is you gotta split the map. It's just not happening. I really don't know why Cuckoo is so insistent on just sitting mid lane. He hasn't moved for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. PA going Axe. Okay.
Axe to dispel Silken Bola. It's good. Dispel Fatal Bond. Decent. Of course, you get a refresh on all your cooldowns every time you kill someone, which you expect that you kill a Snapfire and Warlock probably pretty easily.
Yeah.
Snapfire got an A on this, so he should be a bit harder to kill, but
I think CTM's, he gets his heart, he's gonna be unkillable.
yeah, I mean, he's going full carry mode. Pretty much like he has before the Major, like in Season 1. He would just offlane Wraith King building into Midas Radiance. Offlane carry.
I'll just go to the high ground.
He's really tanky.
He can just stand here and front onto T1. Real Burial Strike trying to come through. They've got the silence onto the Centaur. They're trying to get the damage here to get the kill, but the Ice Blast coming in. That'll split them up. Actually hits on a Carl, forces the Stampede. It's hard to do anything to CTM at the moment. He's his namesake right now. Can't touch me.
Can't touch me, but cannot really hurt me.
No.
Yeah. It's a chunky boy. Once that heart is online, what's he going to be sitting at? 4.3 or so K health. No problem. I still want to see him pick up the shot though. Like, it's so value on this hero.
Yeah.
He gets
Increase
so
your
much
strength by 15%.
per stack times 5 for 15 seconds also, and it refreshes every time you use it.
So is it 15 of your original health, or is it 15 with the 15? So like on the second stack, is it now 15%?
No, it's just 75 from your
base, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Arrow comes in, hits onto the Snapfire. Right click's coming through from Natsumi with the BKBB pop. They'll go after this, but they've got that Cougar Cape again.
It can be popped actually.
So PA may not be able to fight into this, and they're going to lose play hard because of that.
Okay, good play. Recognize that I believe Centaur TP'd bottom, and they know Centaur's not here. Take the fight 4v5 and get a, well, not super good kill. Only a support Mirana, but better than nothing.
Yeah, better than not getting anything at all.
He's going Nullifier on Phantom Lancer. Interesting. Why? Purchase the Crimson, I guess?
I don't have that answer for you.
Like, you purchase the Crimson, sure, but is it worth 4.5k gold?
The pace of this game feels like it's going slow enough where we're going to see CTM get 25. And do you just get the Retaliate Aura?
It's good.
Yeah.
For your entire team. Helps a lot against PL. But it's all based on his strength.
Stifling Dagger crits on Cuckoo. Axe finally picked up by Natsumi, but it's got to be delivered. Burial Strike hits on a Carl. They've got the Ice Blast, the Patches, the Fire Step Cookie, and the Chaotic Offering coming down onto two with the Beta Bonds on a couple of these heroes. They're trying to get the kill onto Natsumi. They'll take up the Aegis for now. It's just one. And now Natsumi's going to jump in. Pops the Aeon Disc on Zephyr. Natsumi now doomed with that BKB. They've got the Epicenter as well as the Burial Strike. They'll look to get the kill on a 23. The Dream Pool is going to be placed down on a Play Hard. They get the kill on a John Well. They'll take the Ancient Apparition, but the right clicks in on a 23. They'll take out this Phantom Lancer, lose Play Hard. It's a 2-for-1, but certainly one that's beneficial for Neon, killing off the PL.
Yeah, PL was the only hero that could not afford to lose in this kind of fight. He's really the only winning condition you have at this point. Puck is itemizing into a Dagon, so he will be dealing some damage soon. But as PA, you can just see with BKB he's untouchable. Jumps into the back lines, and there's absolutely no way for them to deal with him right now. Which again, I think is a bit surprising that Puck isn't going into the Agon Scepter.
So if you've got this Ags on PA, and is it worth then getting Fan of Knives? 16% of the victim's max health on impact.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
And if it refreshes,
It could potentially be really good. It's just there's nothing really big to break. Like, you can break the PL from making illusions, which is nice.
But that's the thing, is like the 16% of victims' max health and damage enough to justify 1,400 gold going that way.
I think they're just waiting for the second Roche and give it to
And then
them.
you just give it, yeah.
Okay. Because they have the Ice Blast as well, so the percentage damages make a lot of sense. Like, imagine somebody says 30%, get Ice Blasted, kind of nice, gone.
Yeah.
Potentially
I would say
bring that
Shard on either PA or Centaur feels like the right choice.
Yep.
You've been advocating for the Centaur Shard, so
The first...
Ice Blast. He might just walk into this one. Yep.
Would have
John
been
Wall
dead
gets
either
the
way. Both the cards are right on top of him.
Yeah, but this way Ancient Apparitions have here.
Sure.
So he gets the kill. He'd like a Shard too. Give him the Shard. Get that Ice Vortex
40
damage
damage.
over time. Yeah.
Cancel Blink. Not bad. Warlock is going Agon Scepter. He is 1,000 gold away from that. Now, we don't see a whole lot of Warlock, but if Warlock ever reaches 25, he is one of the scariest late game heroes in Dota. You're gonna double rock with potential spell immunity or 25 armor, or now 20 armor against that PA. Gonna be tough to kill, and he's gonna be dealing a ton of damage.
Yeah.
Especially if he ever gets a refresher or 4 golems, there's no way you fight that.
23 losing his courier.
Man, the Centaur is just unkillable. 50 damage. That's what a tower takes every time it hits him. Now 50, 50.
23 finally TPing back.
I mean, he has so much health regen on a Centaur. Like, they can't even damage him. His health is
4,400 health.
Yeah. What they need to do is get a good fatal bounce on him and a couple of teammates and just beat him to a pulp. And then his teammates will die too.
I'm dead.
They're not touching the Centaur.
No, and they'll end up losing Waymon, who stumbles around, I guess, trying to get something done. Dream Coil down and a play hard. Yule's hitting this pot. Mortimer's Kiss is coming through with the right clicks from Natsumi onto this Brood. Carl now dominating with that kill on a play hard. Ice Blast did land on a puck. They can get the damage out there and catch him. And yeah, they're going to separate this team, but the right clicks coming through. The Chaotic Offering comes down, and the Burrow Strike away from Yopaj. He's trying to get out of dodge. The BKB and now Natsumi TPing out. He'll escape, and so will the rest of the team. But that's not the way Neon wanted that fight to go. Carl gets in the face of one half of the team, and the other half focuses elsewhere.
Yeah. Warlock did have to buy back for this though, meaning his axe is set back quite a bit. And there was also a slight misplay from the Warlock. He didn't wait for his BKB until he rocked, so PA gets a free TP out. It's rough. If they kill this PA, there's a lot of potential for comeback. But Roshan is up in a minute. He won't be there in time. Can potentially sneak that Roche away. And PA is not the only problem. The Centaur is... He has a Kaya now. He's going Bloodstone.
Okay.
Interesting. I was a big advocate for Kaya Sage on him. I think that's really good.
Burrow Strike coming through on a Zephyr. And Yopaj has that Psychic Headband to push him back into the rest of his team. But Carl kills down well while all that's going on. Hey, it takes a little while to kill Zephyr, but eventually it's a 1-for-1.
Yep. Support for support.
Now Cuckoo doing a little bit of pushing mid, but again, that bottom tower still is up.
Yeah. This is definitely one of the least amounts of impact I've felt from a Brood. A long time. They have good heroes against it, namely Sand King Centaur. Now PA with Battle Fury also, of course. But he could have done a lot of damage early on.
PA trying to get that Abyssal, and Roche now up.
Warlock needs 800 gold. I would love it if they just prioritize his Aghanims a little bit, because it's a big pickup for them. This double Golem really did a lot of damage, additional stun in team fights. One of the best axes in the game. Finish his Octarine Core. More range, less cooldown. The usual OPC. And he's itemizing into a Bloodthorn rather than MKB. I still just hope he doesn't go for the Nullifier. I still think it is not good. Doesn't help him with any problems he has.
You're in the Roche, they'll throw a Spiderling near the pit.
That's Aegis Cheese and a
Shard. If they don't get there in time. Both these heroes level 24 too on Neon. You're gonna send the illusions forward again with the Spiderlings. Natsumi bailing from the pit for a second.
These Spiderlings are all burning.
You'd think they'd want to just go and get this Roche.
Zephyr.
And he gets caught away from his team, but Carl coming around the back. They've got the Chaotic Offering. That's going to land on the 2, but the right click come through, and the Zephyr going to get the kill onto the Snapfire. Right clicks, and he crits. No, not yet. He milled down, but he missed it. 23, while this is going on, he's gone, drops to CTM, and it's a botched initiation here from T1. They really wanted this, and they come away with nothing.
The PA should have died there, but the coil missed just on the edge. And the PA is dead. Maybe he can force out a buyback there. He misplays. T1, it might just be Roshan. I don't think the PL wants to commit a buyback.
No.
Satanic picked up on the PA, so he's going to be way more survivable.
Now they have Retaliator. His Centaur from that fight gets 25.
This was, yeah. Not at all what you were looking for if you're 2-1 here. You get the shard. Shard goes to...
Mirana?
I hope not. Who took it? AA has it. Give it to AA.
Let's go! All right. I mean, not who I would have chosen, but as an AA player, you can't be too upset.
I mean, for the memes, I guess. But it's like so much better on Centaur.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they justify this decision.
Spell Prism? Did they just hand that over to CTM?
Why does Centaur have mana boots?
Why not?
True, if you're that rich. Puck is 25 now as well. So he will have the AoE Warning Rift and range.
Yeah.
Like he can potentially deal a lot of damage in his team fights now too. But just the Centaur is...
PA triple stifling dagger.
Carl's going ham.
And by ham, you mean taking out 2,000 of Centaur's 5,000 lives.
It wasn't even him. He just did like 500 of that.
Yeah.
Carl?
Minotaur Horn.
He has no
Stifling
phase shift.
dagger, and now might be in trouble. Yule's Burrow Strike doesn't land as the phase shift comes off cooldown. Ice Blast, though, does roll over Carl.
Yep, touches him, so his blink will be disabled.
I would say at this point, do you want Cuckoo Bottom just pushing?
I want a Cuckoo Bottom pushing the entire game. I don't know why he's not doing it. Like, he's not doing anything in the base.
They jump in, Natsumi. Going deep, he's got this Aegis to play with, but you don't want to just give away a life for free. This has come down, Dream Coil out, pops the Satanic, back to full.
Also pops the BKB though.
So that BKB is going to be on cooldown for another 70 seconds. Puck trying to go to the back line. He's hexed! They've got the damage, and Carl's gone! I think the Hex surprised him.
Newly picked up from the Sanking, so yep. And also a DD rune on PA. Ice Blast connects on Cuckoo. PA could delete him with a good crit or two.
Carl has buyback. They're down 16k. And they're just standing there. I mean, CTM is just able to stand there.
And
Burrow Strike. Now the arrow. Thinking about the chaotic offering, that gets dropped down.
Double golem.
Got themselves the double golem. Doppelganger trying to turn this one out. They're down 20k. This would be a big comeback for them to have, but you got the Stampede. You land the Hex. You look over 23. Gets the Doppelganger off once again. Carl Bash, first hit from Natsumi. Now pops the Minotaur Horn once again. They finally get the kill to play hard, but they end up losing 23. He's got himself buyback. Right click's coming in on a white line. He'll save himself with the Glimmer Cape. Gets up onto the high ground and will elude death for a moment.
Carl has to be so careful here. Blink Hex is up again. They have a buyback on Savage, but he's not really impactful in any of these fights. He doesn't deal any damage.
Backdoor.
Won't be surprised if he can mount a comeback here. And look at the Centaur damage that he deals. Filthy. Disgusting.
And so he dismantled those arcane boots. Now he's got that Bloodstone, Lotus Orb, Crimson, Radiance, Heart. As well as that pipe. Not even holding boots. Just in his backpack. Triple comes out. It's going to be through into Yopaj. They've got the silence on Natsumi. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in. Arrow, they're going to land that on Nakaro, who pops the Minotaur Horn. They've got the Ice Blast flying into the Moonlight Shadow. They need the vision to try and go for this, but even with the jump forward, they don't get much from it. Scatter Blast, Natsumi getting a little bit low, but he's got that Aegis to play with. Pops the Satanic and the BKB once again. Gets banished out of Nakaro. The Stifling Dagger comes through to the 23. They get the kill on the Phantom Lancer. He doesn't have buyback anymore. The Burrow Strike lands on a Cuckoo. Again, Zephyr comes in for the save, but it's not going to matter. He can't save this game. And, well, Neon will take game number 1.
Yep. A little bit of a coin flip here. Which T1 you get? Oh, got the cold one.
Yeah.
And I really gotta say, no more brute for T1. He did not look comfortable at all. I feel like